Way Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blaine. Wow. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blaine Donlan, and you are watching Tarnation TV, the broadcast of the Shake and Bake series, season number 2, race number 3. We are back after the holiday season, and this is hosted by Talladega Nights. Information for Talladega Nights can be found below in the description. You can click on the website link and head on over there. WEBSIGHT master, Donnie Elliott, keeps that thing grooving and moving. Three different series here at Talladega Nights. This evening we're watching the Shake and Bake series. Of course, on Mondays we have the Back to the Future series, and on Friday it's the Fast and Furious Truck series, which was fun. We got to broadcast one of those yesterday, and that's a lot. That was a fantastic race. The trucks are always cool. I don't know what it is with trucks. Every mod in this game sort of operates the same. It always just ends up being a really fun race, probably because not a lot of leagues run a truck race. So it's nice to see and nice to have fun with a different mod. This evening's mod, of course, is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series 2019 cars. A extremely popular mod with NASCAR Racing 2003 season. And now that it's 2023, this game's going to be 20 years old this year. And all these people still play it. So every single car you will see this evening will be piloted or driven by an actual human being. All the custom paint jobs you will see on those cars are also created usually by the drivers themselves, and there's a lot of talented painters in the community as well that will basically, whatever you want on your car, they will make it happen. So far, we have approximately 30 drivers connected to the server, and we are just about to begin qualifying here in less than 5 minutes. If you're curious, if you are curious, how you actually pronounce that word, as to what happened last race, in race number 2, the movers and shakers. It was a pretty solid race, of course, as always. Just trying to find my buttons here to give you guys the current standings of the Shake and Bake series. Current season standings. There it is. Imagine that. Okay, so currently sitting at the top, and this is the official results now after race number 2. Reminder, at the end of every race, the results are unofficial. Any penalties given out can obviously affect the overall
Jeffrey Elliott reaching out to Tarnation Tower.
Tarnation Tower, what's happened, Jeff?
Hey, Blaine, good to see you again 24 hours later. Glad to be here. How's my new mic sound? Any different?
It does, actually. It does sound different. The other mic didn't sound bad, but this one definitely sounds different.
Do I sound more manly? Because I try so hard.
Extremely manly. That's all it was. It was just the microphone holding you back.
The Walmart ladies better watch out next weekend. All right. Are we live on the broadcast by any chance?
We are live on the broadcast. Yes, about 5 minutes now.
Oh, wow. Well, hello, guys. Everybody watching out there, all the drivers that are in here. Thanks for coming out to Talladega Nights. I think this will be a pretty good crowd tonight, as you can tell. So it's going to get crazy. It's war. But I'm going to bring you up there, and we're going to do a driver introduction. Does that sound good?
Oh, we're going to be able to pull that off. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. They are ready, and I'm going to let them know right now before I come back and get you to just be quiet and get prepared. So I'll be right back.
Perfect. So what's going to happen here now, we're just going to have all the drivers say their car number and where they're playing from, all around the country, all around the planet. Anything can happen. So we will, I'll get back to the race 2 and the standings here shortly. Once we start the race, I'll talk about that.
Jeffrey Elliott calling to Tarnation TV.
Let it rip, bud.
All right, I'm going to bring you up to the drivers so you can so we can introduce ourselves.
That's it. So on the screen, you'll see the entry list for the race tonight. Good evening, guys. Thanks. This is a weird room to be in. There's so many people here. But I guess
Hello,
what's going to happen is
we're
we're going to start at the top and just work our way down. Is that how it's working, Jeff? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We're going to start with the number 0. Go ahead, Pat.
Pat McCarsky, Brownsburg, Indiana, Wounded Warrior 0.
Gary Heiser, number 3 GM Goodrich Chevrolet, Mount Sterling, Kentucky.
Bobby Farrell, Frederica, Delaware, Menards, STP Ford.
Chris Elliott in the number 9 Dodge Doritos machine. Been racing for 23 years.
Kelly Causey, the 00 LLS Association Chevrolet from Lucedale, Mississippi.
Larry Wyndham from Blue Mountain, Mississippi, driving the 09 car with Delta Force Black Hawk Down as the sponsor.
Gary Mingus in the Slingshot number 12 Dale Earnhardt Raise Hell Chevrolet from Tallahassee, Florida.
Randy Claflin, Cutlerville, Michigan, Red Sample Ale Ford Mustang number 20.
Randy Waugh, Huntsville, Alabama, driving the number 21 Crimson Tide Dodge.
Greg Palmer from Lewis, Delaware, driving the Double Deuce Hooters Special.
Mark Paglia, Gainesville, Georgia, driving the 28 Woods Brothers Motorcraft.
23 Doug Hulick, William Penn Elementary, the 23 Yeti sponsored Quizmobile.
We have I'm speaking for Brad Otto. Don't quite know where he is from, but he's going to say good luck to y'all.
Bill Evans, Newark, Ohio, 33 Dodge.
Eddie Carroll, number 41, Second Amendment Dodge, Big Stone Gap, Virginia.
All right, Tom Dixon, number 45, the Batman car. I'm from Byron, Georgia, and I am fine as frog hair.
43 from Macon, Georgia. I'm the Factoids guy.
55, Ken Roberts, driving the Black Buffalo Chevrolet out of West Bend, Wisconsin.
Jeffrey Elliott from Mooresville, North Carolina, wishing he was back in Florida because it's too cold up here, driving the Mountain Dew machine.
Keith Bynum driving the number 63 Hubcap Annie Chevrolet Monte Carlo from Austell, Georgia.
Outlaw number 68, Sarnia, Ontario, Canada.
Grant Wesley driving the NOS Energy Turbo number 88 from Evansville, Indiana.
Craig Hagley, Paducah, Kentucky, in the 82 Aqua Adventure Superwash Ford.
Go ahead, Mike.
Mike Mangialardi, Federal Way, Washington, driving the 029 car.
Brian Lovell, driving no 43 from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, Wolfpack Racing.
Nate Balser, driving the 079 Chevrolet, Van Halen Chevrolet out of Seattle, Washington.
Greg Lovell, driving the number 088 from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Go Bills.
Thank you guys so much. And Blaine, I'm going to move you back to the tower. Do we have any more drivers out here?
Yeah.
Yes. Michael Sanders.
I'll go in front of Bob. This is Mike Sanders driving the 191 Golden Nuggets Pioneer Club Mustang from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, but driving for Sin City Motorsports.
Ray.
Oh, I can take a shot at this. Not in the right car, so I'm Ray Hulick Jr., brother is Doug. I'm from Cicero, New York, supposed to be in the 18.
Welcome to Talladega Nights, Ray. Hello, buddy.
Hello, Ray.
388 Dan Lovell, racing the number 1 Philadelphia Eagles car. Sponsor is Extreme Racing. Driving 388, been racing for 22 years.
Stephen Brandstetter from Ranelette, Oklahoma, driving the 510
Shake and bake car.
Robert Breedlove, 931, the Oreo Trans Am from Lancaster, South Carolina.
Thank you, Blaine.
Thanks, Blaine.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Blaine.
Blaine. Thank you, buddy.
I love you, man.
Go Dogs.
The Talladega Nights crew, and yeah, I just my mic was off there to let them do their thing, but I just basically said thank you to all of them, and then they said thank you to all of me. So they're just getting now to head into qualifying rounds. As I will go back, I have to retire my car. But the current season standings, we'll get back to that here. Oh, they're just resetting service. I'm just going to ignore the video game for now and talk about this stuff. So anyway, last race number 2, we had some big movers and some I like to do this every week. We got some gains and we got some falls. So qualifying 23rd was one of the big movers in race number 2 was Jeffrey Elliott, and ended up finishing in second. So from 23rd all the way up to position number 2 to finish that race. Another big mover in the forward direction, Gary Mingus, is qualified in 25th position and made his way up to 6th to finish that race. It's always good to see that. Unfortunately, some big falls in that race from race number 2 there before the holidays. Mark Pagula had qualified in first place. Oh, wow, we've got a lot of noise coming from the track here. Mark Paglia qualified first in race number 2, but unfortunately got tied up in an accident, and he was forced basically to retire the race and ended up finishing in 20th position. And another big, unfortunately, another big fall from the front lines there was Greg Palmer qualifying in 5th place and finishing back in 25th. The same issue, had to retire due to an accident. It's just sort of a generic thing. Sometimes the game will actually tell you why, and other times, not so much.
You got a copy there? Whisper.
Whisper, Jeffrey, go ahead.
I brought Michael Sanders down here if you want to give him a quick interview.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Sanders. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. So, race number 3, here we are, Shake and Bake. So curious, you got any plans? Obviously, winning would be at the top of that list.
Well, the plan is I'm going to try to start up near the back of the field and just let everything kind of settle down a little bit, and just want to be there at the end.
Yeah, it's good. Definitely a solid plan. A big field here tonight. Got like up almost 30 drivers on track. So do you have any friends out there, or you just kind of find familiar people to run with?
Yeah, we've been out there with a few folks trying to, during practice, trying to see which lanes are better outside or inside and who you're drafting with. So there's, in kind of a unique way, making friends without really having to say that, I'm going to help you during a race. So we'll see how it shakes down.
Right on. Sounds like a plan. Thanks for coming up here and chatting with us pre-race here. Good luck in qualifying.
Thank you very much.
Any shout-outs, Michael, before I get you back up there, bud?
I just want to say hello to all the visitors in Sin City.
Roger that. Well, thanks for coming down here for the short interview, with Blaine. And I'll put you back up there with the drivers. Thanks, Blaine. I'll get you the next one next time we get a chance. Maybe I'll bring somebody down real quick for 1 minute.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan. Good luck, Mike.
Thank you.
Little pre-qualifying interview session going on right here, right now. Michael Sanders. And it looks like
that little jet works fast, Blaine. I brought you the one and only Mr. Grant Wesley. You got about a minute here to give him a little hello.
Yeah, it's funny how quick you can get the drivers in here. It's like that claw machine you find at the restaurant that picks the stuffed animals up. You're just going down grabbing drivers. You're dropping them in the booth.
The claw.
The claw. The number 88 of Grant Wesley. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Doing pretty good.
Any quick little tips you got, or some insights of what's going to happen tonight, race number 3?
Well, I'm just looking to rip off a pretty good qualifying lap here and hopefully start up front. And then the key is going to be to obviously stay out of trouble, and just be alive at the end, just be in position. It gets down to the final 5 laps. I mean, it's anybody's game, but you have to be there to win it.
Now, you've been at a few of these races before, but I don't see on the current stats for the Shake and Bake series, so this is the first race for you.
I've ran a couple with them, but it's really hit and miss. I think this may be the second or third time.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on over here at Talladega Nights. It's always awesome to have you. 20 seconds to qualify, and I guess I better be quiet.
Yeah, I'm going to get him back up there, but any shout-outs, Grant, real quick?
Yeah, I'd just like to, thank my teammates with XFM and thank my friends and family for watching, and my girlfriend, Brittany.
10-4 on that. Well, you know what, Blaine? He does like me a little bit. He's come out about 3 or 4 or 5 times. So thanks, Grant. Appreciate it.
Yep, thanks for having me.
All right,
Good luck. Good luck, Grant. Thank you.
Thanks.
Grant Wesley from Rolling Thunder Gaming. He'll definitely be the one to watch this evening. Another guy who knows how to qualify and knows how to finish here. This is Talladega RTG version 3. So it's Rolling Thunder Gaming. I've modified this track to be multi-groove. Original track that came with the game, it wasn't so much multi-groove. This one is, and the setup is phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. You can see these guys, if you've watched these broadcasts in the past, you see these guys and girls running 3 wide all day long. Sometimes it gets to be 4 wide, which is also very fun, very stressful. But yeah, 3 wide is easy around here with this, with the setup they use on the cars. Allows for some great bump drafting and teamwork and multi-line, multi-groove stuff. So this is an RTG track. It is an RTG setup, and Grant Wesley is an RTG driver in the 88 NOS car. Big fan of that paint scheme. You'll see it tonight. I love it. It's the NOS energy drink, the orange and the blue. They just look so good on the car. And I don't know who painted that car for him, but it is definitely a nice looking paint scheme. Going back to those season point standings, as you can see on your screen displayed here, Robert Breedlove currently sitting a few points ahead of Denny Carroll to hold on to the first place. So it's Breedlove, Carroll, Bynum, Evans, Alex Moe, Lovell, Farrell, Jeffrey Elliott, Chris Elliott, and Mark Paglia rounding out the top 10. The reason the top 10 is highlighted in green, this is a 12-race series. So the first 10 races, points will be tallied. After the 10th race is official, point tracking will stop. As we head into race number 11, the top 10 drivers at the top, the top 10 drivers at the top, the top 10 drivers at the end of 10 races will move into the 11th race and basically battling each other. So it'll be a race within the race. Probably, again, have a 30-car field. Those 10 drivers, whoever finishes in the top 5 of those 10, the 5 will go on to the 12th race, which is the championship race. So out of the 5, one of them will take the Shake and Bake Series championship for season number 2. If you are watching Tarnation TV, I thank you very much. This is a lot of fun, a different angle on one of my favorite games. I still do drive, but this is fun honing this skill. So anybody who's watching, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the show. I try to make it look a little bit different from other broadcasters. I've watched a lot of other broadcast teams like Top Dragster, FRN, JTN, and taken a lot of notes. and try to do my own thing, make it look a little bit different from everybody else, and see if I can find my own lane and maybe stay in it. Guess that this is a lot of fun. We are just about done with the qualifying session. Oh, you know what? I didn't play the broadcast begins now screen. You know what? Let's kill a couple minutes. Let's do that right now. I got to take a drink of water anyway, so that'll give me perfect time. Oh, that's better. It doesn't sound right when I don't play that thing. Big fan of music over here, so if anybody's wondering what that song was, it's actually a Typo Negative song. One of my and the wife, we're both massive fans of them from the late 90s into the 2000s from Brooklyn, New York. And that song, I can't get flagged for that on YouTube because it was never actually released. It's a bootleg.
Jeff really at calling the Tarnation Tower.
I was asleep, man, but yeah. What's going
I
on?
had to wake you up there. Hey, I jumped in my car and picked up Ken Roberts and brought him up to the tower here. So he is our pole sitter for this amazing race. Here he is, sir.
Ken Roberts clearly being the pole sitter, like you said, lap time of, what did I just see there? 49 point, oops, that's happy hour. 52.438. Lightning speed as always, Mr. Roberts. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you, sir. I
So
think that's
today-
probably one of my fastest laps ever.
Yeah, that seems pretty. That's very quick with the 4.3. That's bonkers. I don't know how you guys do it. I wouldn't really want to be up front. To me, it would seem kind of nerve-wracking being in control of all those cars behind you.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us in there tonight. I'm not sure how many cars are actually here tonight. 33 maybe?
I think 32, 33. Yes, sir.
Yep. So another full field and you're in front of it. So just pedal to the metal, hold that middle lane. Is that the plan tonight?
Yeah, man, that's the plan. Just keep her out front as much as I can.
Yeah, if any accidents are going to happen, it's nice to see them in your rearview mirror.
Yeah, and then the number one pit stall, it helps too, on some pit stops.
Yeah, it gets straight out. No obstacles in front. Nobody really to deal with. Getting down there and dodging people coming out of those stalls is always a problem. But it's nice to have that straight shot right off, clean view.
Yeah, it's nice. It has its benefits.
So this evening, we're back to 47 laps again, unlike yesterday's truck series, where they run like a 38 lap thing. So 47, fuel at a 2 times multiplier. Strategies on that, probably a 2-stop at least.
Yeah, at least a 2-stop. A 2-stop and probably a can.
Oh, is it a can? Is that how it works out on a 47 lap with 2X?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to that. You can pedal some a little bit, but you're generally going to need a can.
Some guys do a lot of clutching. Do you do that a lot, or do you just drop the thing and just go for it?
If I'm out front, obviously no, but if I'm in the pack, I will. I'll save as much gas as I can because, the more gas you save, the less time you're in the pits, and that's where you can win and lose these things real easy.
That's it. There's a lot of little fine details in the pits too that are kind of fun to Because like if you were to take left side tires only, is that a quicker pit stop because the pit crew doesn't have to run around the car?
A lot of guys do that. I mean, you can take 4 tires on a full stop. If you got one lap or one lap left or whatever, 1 gallon, you can take 4 tires and get it all done in about the same time. But because the tire wear here is not that bad, most times guys just either do no tires or they just do rights or lefts, but usually not 4.
Yeah, and if you're going to get 2 cans, they have time to change all 4, but you'd want to do that early in the race so you can gain that time back later on. But they should turn up the tire burn on this track and put that into play too. That could be kind of fun.
This track's just it's not notorious for being hard on tires, so that's just one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, there's enough things to worry about at Talladega, so maybe we don't mess with the tire wear. Maybe we just make it a fuel game. That might be a little bit easier.
Yeah, that makes it just a tad easier.
Yep. Well, thanks for dropping by, and again, congratulations on the pole, and good luck in the main event.
Thanks, Blaine.
Hey, Ken, is there anybody you'd like to say hello to while you're down here?
Nobody I can think of. My wife's upstairs watching TV.
All right, wife. You enjoy
hi,
that
Jeff.
TV. All right, Blaine. Well, I'm going to move the one and only champ back up there with the guys. So good luck there, Ken.
Thank you.
There we have it. Ken Robinson, the number 55, on the pole. Let's see if he's in his car yet. I was going to follow him while he was talking to me, but he wasn't driving. He is not. Mike Mangialardi in the 029. Who's out here tonight? Brad Otto. Let's get some. Driving the Talladega Nights team car, number 31. Brian Duval on the 21. The 931 of DEI. Brian Lovell in the 043 STP. The Marvel Batman car by Tom Dixon. Mark Paglia in his Mastercraft 28. Like I was talking before the race, he actually wrecked out, unfortunately. He qualified first in race number 2 here a couple weeks back before the holidays and ended up getting into an accident and finishing 20th. So that's unfortunate for Mark. Hopefully better luck for him this evening. 2.66 miles around Talladega. We got the brand new track surface here. The darkened track surface. Figured I'd change up the texture pack for the new year. Regular Talladega tarmac does tend to look a little bit... Whoops. Wait, I want to pause the camera right there. Get a good view of the tri-oval and the pits. Not too many people out here practicing right now. Happy hour usually consists of just practicing pit stops, finding your stall. Looks like it's race time.
I need the driver, the crew chief, and the hauler.
I need to jump in my car and retire. Because nobody needs to see the broadcaster out there trying to race with no steering wheel.
I need the driver, the crew chief, and the hauler.
Drivers, start your engines!
And that lady over there screaming and yelling. What do they call that? The command? The start your engines command? So watch all these guys roll off the pits. We do have 35 people connected to this, me being one of them, so it comes down a couple. Currently focus on Jeffrey Elliott in the 56. Talking about music before, typo negative in that song I was using at the start there. It's an instrumental from them that they actually were commissioned by the WWF to create that song for Kane If you watched the professional wrestling, Kane was, the brother of The Undertaker. And for some reason, the WWF did not use that for Kane's entrance music. They went with a band called Finger 11, some radio rock band for some reason. And I thought, when I heard that, it's called Into the Fire, the song that I played at the start. That would have been such a good intro for Kane. They didn't use it. Apparently it made the band kind of angry. Maybe not so much the band, but Peter Steele, because they poured a lot of time into that. It was such a cool song. But guess what? Because it does not appear on an album, I'm allowed to use it and not get in trouble. At the beginning of the broadcast, you heard a band called NERVCAST. You can catch them on ReverbNation.com/NERVCAST, NERVCAST. Friends of mine we met years and years ago. Not so much like friends. We just met them in the local music scene, and they're just really good guys, and we've always gone to as many shows as we can. We've got Hemi crashing in the back. This might be cause to restart. When cars have accidents on the pace lap, they may re-rack the cars and go for another drive. Something happened there. It looks like we might take the green flag. But anyway, tonight's music is courtesy of NERVCAST, a band out of Toronto. Oh, I see what happened. The yellow flag came out. See if I can find the pace car. The pace car went in, and he's going to have to come right back out again. So one more lap. NERVCAST is a band that actually changed their name. They originally, when we met those guys, they were named Laugh at the Fakes. You can find them on, if you search for them on ReverbNation.com, search for Laugh at the Fakes, and then search for NERVCAST, and you'll notice most of the band members are exactly the same. So it's the style of music did not change. They just changed a member or two and then decided to change the name of the band. But they still put out quality tunes, so thanks for them for allowing me to use their stuff this evening. ReverbNation.com/NERVCAST. NERVCAST. All the music you hear on here will all be locally homegrown stuff. YouTube's pretty sticky on playing copywritten music. You can play the music, but they will claim the video as their own. So if these videos ever do make a little bit of money, which they never really will, you'd have to have tens of thousands of views before they start thinking about paying you for YouTube stuff. But at least this way, no claims can happen with local bands. Support your local music, is what I'm trying to say. One more lap around this thing until we go green. Little mishap back there. Bill Hemi Evans and a couple other cars that kind of got into each other there on the parade lap, is what they call that. The lap towards the green flag is always called the parade lap. So just rewinding it now to see focused on the 33. Traveling at 80 mile an hour, nothing's out of the ordinary. He just bumped into Randy Waugh a little bit. Everybody just took evasive maneuvers, so hopefully there's not too much damage there. It was Randy Waugh who was involved in that. Shouldn't be too much damage. I would hope not at such a slow speed. It'd be Randy. Let's see. Randy. Crag and Outlaw.
Jeffrey Elliott to the Tarnation Tower.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we just had to throw a yellow there. We had a little slip up in the back. Brought Gary Mingus down here for a quick 34-minute quick interview with you.
Right on, man. Mr. Mingus into 12. How are you this evening, sir?
Hey there, you can call me Gary or Slingshot, Blaine.
Oh, we'll go Slingshot. That's pretty cool. How'd you come up with that nickname?
Oh, it's because when I was little, I was so ugly, my mama had to feed me with one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we were asking Buckshot about his nickname too, and it was a Buckshot Jones related thing. So it's fun to figure out where everybody's got their nicknames coming from. But any plans tonight? It looks like some cars are already going down pits.
Yeah, well, my strategy's the same as it always is. I'll stay to the back till all the mistakes get made up front, and then towards the end of the race, I'll try to move up to the front.
Right on, yeah. So, I mean, it's so early in the race, those guys, I'm assuming, are just going down to top up some fuel, but...
Well, there's a couple of them that I think was having some connection issues. They went ahead and moved back to the back. So they
that might be it.
And anybody who was at the back already, like I was, and Jeff, and a couple of the other guys, we figured, what the heck, we're in the back anyhow, let's go top off and get new tires.
Yeah, you're driving that slick-looking, the four paint jobs of Dale Earnhardt Sr. again today. That thing is still looking good. And so far, it's so good. It's still nice and shiny.
Yes, sir. It looks pretty good to me, too.
Well, keep it clean, eh? Shiny side up.
Any shout-outs you'd like to say hello, Mr. Slingshot?
Yes, I'd like to say hello to my good friend. He was my former commanding officer when I was in the active Army. His name is Don Potter. He is up in Huntsville, Alabama, and perhaps he's watching and he'll hear. Give a shout out to Don. He's been a lifesaver and a longtime friend.
Well, there it is.
All right. Well, Blaine, close her up with Gary, and I'll go back up there with the boys.
That's it, man. Well, thank you again for stopping into the booth here, and I'm a big fan of that paint job, so don't ever change it, and have good luck in this race. We hope to see you at the end.
Okay, Blaine, thank you very much, and thank you for the outstanding job you do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Slingshot. Gary Mingus in the 12. More drivers are going down pits here now. This seems to be a little bit funny. I would think it should have gone green by now. Nobody is a lap down. Everybody in the back of the pack is on their second top. They're just topping up fuel. A lot of cars coming down, topping up fuel. It does look like we have a few cars blinking pretty bad. Those cars they will definitely be asked to stay in the back of the pack, because when the cars are blinking that much, it's definitely going to be a problem for other drivers. So we just treat that like a mechanical failure. Ask you to go to the end of the line. Currently in the first position is Bob Dixon, not in his normal car this evening. He's usually the number 43, not the number 143. That's why Bob's paint job looks a little bit wacky, because that's one of them generic paint jobs that came with the mod. Mod creators will create a generic template that'll land on a car if nobody picks a number. So it's some kind of weird looking anime thing, and nothing seems to line up properly. But the car, and another car I was talking about before, is that NASCAR of Grant Wesley. I love that paint job. Like we like to say in the paint shop, that is a sharp one. People in the chat, thank you for chatting. Lisa's Inspirations with 2 smiley face emojis. Thanks, Lisa's Inspirations. And Rockiest Dwarf, my buddy Brad. We need to hand out some Ethernet cords. Yeah, I hope these guys aren't racing on Wi-Fi. I think it depends where they are. And if it's a dark and stormy night down there in those volcanoes where they live, then they get some pretty shoddy internet service. Big push for Wesley on Dixon as this thing finally gets going under green. Bob is getting a little bit out of shape there. Wesley's getting on the inside of him, trying to give him some room. It's early. It's very early to start racing too hard, and Grant Wesley is a veteran here, so he's not going to push the envelope this early. Let Bob get back into line and keep on keeping on. Almost down to 1 lap complete, and we are already up to full speed here, 195 miles an hour or so. Backed us up a bit. Looks like these guys are spread out, kind of looking to go 3 wide a little bit. Currently locked down Bobby Farrell in the 7. This car actually looks normal on the broadcast this time. There was a few weeks ago. It was very strange. Somehow I had a green screen chroma key on the broadcast and it deleted all the yellow. So at least now the yellow looks yellow, so. Long line out front, running that middle line. The Rolling Thunder Gaming guys will run that line that we're watching Bobby Farrell run right now. It is the fastest way around this track, and when you've got basically 11 to 12 cars in a row, they are going to travel away from everybody else. 47 laps on the clock. Long race. Currently on lap number 7. At the start of the race, we were talking to Michael Sanders, and I did not know what number he was. He is number 191. There he is right there. Thank you, Michael, for chatting with us up here in the Tarnation TV tower. Should pull out the blimp one night. The blimp's nicer. It's got nicer faucets in the bathroom, Moen faucets. None of this Walmart garbage. No good value faucets. Another face that is unfamiliar in the 333, Ray Hulick Jr., brother of Doug in the 3 car. Currently, the 333 of Ray is in the 29th position. And his brother Doug is also... Where's Doug Hulick? I just saw him. 12th. So I'm sure if they are able to find each other, they will definitely hook up, as the Bob and Tom Dixon usually do as well. So in front of this pack here, we got a good solid at least 20 cars still stuck together at the front of this thing. Top line trying to start. 2 solid lanes, low and middle. If I race on this track, you'll usually see me running that 3rd line right up by the wall. I'm that guy too. I'm a little bit of a cowboy. I'll make it go 4 wide. I don't care. This track's wide enough to go 4, so let's do it, boys and girls. Actually, Jessica did not show up this evening. She did show up for the first 2 races of the Shake and Bake Series Season 2. She is not here tonight. Running that wall line, that top line formed up real quick. There's a lot of people participating in that high line. The new camera angles that I'm using tonight, I'm still getting used to them, so bear with me if I flip to the wrong camera. The old camera setups, I used to know where the cars were on the track, what camera I could flip to get certain angles. These aren't too much different. They're not super different, but it will take some getting used to. Camera, I find this TV1 set, I have it set on TV1 right now, and there's a lot of just static camera angles like this on a tripod. The cars drive by. See, it's a lot of that, a lot of like wall mounted, but this front straightaway camera for TV1 is great. I love this. I'm looking for a car where we can jump in the cockpit and see what's going on. I'm thinking it might be Hemi in the 33 because he is dead center in the middle of this pack, or maybe even Outlaw as well. Let's jump on Outlaw. That's not Outlaw. Who's that in that green car? That's Larry Windham. What's he? Number 909 of Larry Windham, right there. Cockpit view. Rearview mirror is full of cars. Windshield is full of cars. Out the right side. Oh, Cabela's. Yeah. Hubcap Annie. With all the extra pitting these guys were doing at the beginning of this race after that little spinorama that brought out the yellow flag. A couple extra laps there under yellow at the start before the race was going green. That will put our fuel window probably into the 24, 25 lap range. Low 20s, I'm thinking probably within the next 6 or so laps we might start seeing guys peeling off. There's guys who like to pit early, and there's other guys who like to take it to the bitter end. It's one of those things, so if you take it to the bitter end and you get caught in a yellow, you have to take, I've had to do it too, where I try to go, if I'm racing in a pack like this, you know, let the first pack figure it out. If an accident's going to happen, it's going to happen on that first cycle. And then I've come back around and try to go down the second time by. Can't get down there and do it safely, so you got to stay out for the third time around. And then if the yellow comes out, they're screaming, your pit crew's screaming at you to come down because you're going to run out of gas. You have to enter a closed pit and fuel up because you might not be able to make it all the way back around. And you don't want to run out of gas, so sometimes it's worth the penalty. Under yellow, when they're getting close up front here. And the yellow comes out and the pits are closed for the first lap. You just have to kind of go in there and take that penalty. It'll force you to go to the end of the longest line. So it's not like you get penalized for stop and go under green or anything like that. So it's not a horrible penalty. I've had to do it a couple times just because You can't find your way down there. Car around on the back straight. That will not bring out a yellow flag, of my experience playing this. If he can get it back up to speed, there is a pack coming up behind him. Green flag is still out. That looked like Gary Heiser. If we get a chance, we will rewind that a little bit later. Under yellow and take a look at that. It looks like it was probably Gary. There's only a couple of black cars out here, and he is one of them. Kelly Causey in that black and white 00 ALS sponsored machine. Kelly brought it to my attention tonight. That's a brand new car he's racing tonight because he had a friend, a coaching friend of his, a 50-year-old guy. Didn't actually catch his name, but he's got ALS, unfortunately. And a horrible disease. I worked with a guy who unfortunately caught that, and it's not fun. And he's no longer with us. That was about 10 years ago or so now. So Kelly Causey is running that paint scheme. Raise some awareness for ALS. Now, you see these guys move down to that lower line. I'm curious if they're lining up for some pit stops. It's only lap 18. Definitely not going in that time. But now you've seen that they were running that middle line because, like I said before, it is the fastest way around this track. And we've got Palmer, Causey, Wesley, Roberts, and Paglia. All those guys race at Rolling Thunder Gaming. So does Tom Dixon. And behind him, so they know when to move lanes. They will run that middle line all day long, but when they're coming in for pit stops, they're going to claim that bottom line early. So that's what they've done. They're not going in yet. And probably still a couple more laps before they decide to do that. Nobody else is heading down the pit road yet. We'll keep an eye on that because it's going to happen in the next few laps. Currently, the fastest lap around this place is Brandstetter in the 5:10, running a mile per hour of 199.836 with an average time of 47.87. You can see the difference the draft makes. So we got some guys peeling down to the pits here, and that's going to cause an accident. It looked like Tom Dixon was going to go and then changed his mind. So the field will be locked as the pace car is out. I'll back up and take a look at that accident, and I'll also back up and take a look at that spin. Yeah, Tom was going and got right out of shape there. The car went sideways. Oh, that's a shame. Outlaw got into the back of him. There's that other car that he tagged in the back there, just barely. Skidding. Yeah, just got loose. Just barely clipped Bobby Farrell in the 7. So, whoa, that's loud. Lucky for Bobby, he's in the grass. Hold on to your lunch. He'll probably be fine. He will probably be fine. I'm going to see if that was actually that spin before where there was no yellow. I'm thinking that was Gary. It looks like he is definitely all by himself out here on lap 16. So I'll find out what happened here. I don't know if that was just a weird bump. Maybe not so much cockpit camera. Let's try even helicopter sometimes is a good one. He's 3 wide at the back of the pack. This is back on lap number 16, watching the 3 car. Oh, okay, that's what happened. The 41 of, what's 41? Is that Denny Carroll? Yeah, Denny Carroll and the 31 up there of Brad Otto. They just kind of got a little bit of a slide from the 41, and that kind of bottlenecked everybody there. The only one who got really the bad shake on that one would be Gary Heiser in the 3. However, check that out. He keeps it off the wall. So that's a wild ride by Gary. You know what? Let's rewind that. Maybe I do want to go in cockpit view now that we actually saw what happened from the wide angle. That'll be kind of interesting. Because seeing that little bit of driving and keeping that thing off the wall might be kind of cool. Plug your ears. Downshift. Rev match. Piece of cake. Back to live racing again. That was very cool. That's very cool. Most of these guys, all of these, I can confirm every single driver in here uses a manual transmission, and this automatic transmission just does not work. It's not fast enough, and you will cause a bottleneck if you do not use a manual transmission. And that right there shows you how cool that is, how fast that can happen. You don't even see that coming from the car from the side, comes across just a little bit, take an erratic maneuver. That's a bonus about that back straight being paved, is you can still drive the car. The guy, Gary did a complete 360 and was still able to keep it off the wall. Watch him get, this is lap 22, by the way. We're back live again. Right side tires. DEI in the 931 trying to get in and out of his pit quick, just to look like a splash and go there in that Oreo car on the outside. Full service. Jeffrey Elliott is currently running in first place, and his brother Chris is currently in 7th in the number 9 Doritos machine. Watch all these guys come down the back straightaway a lot slower than they usually come off of turn number 2. Current laps led are as follows. Greg Palmer has led 7 along with Ken Roberts. 2 laps led by Grant Wesley. Jeffrey Elliott has 1, and so does Larry Wyndham. Who else is on this list? And Mike Sanders as well. Bob Dixon actually has 3 laps led. Sorry, Bob. There we go. So a bunch of drivers so far leading some laps, getting those bonus points. And yes, there are bonus points. I believe it's 5. If you lead 1 lap, you get 5 bonus points. If you lead the most laps, you get another 5 bonus points, plus whatever your finishing position is. Jeffrey Elliott early, about a little bit, not almost half, well, we're almost halfway through this. Lap 23 would be pretty much halfway. opting to give up the lead and go down to pit road, changing the right side tires, not changing the left side tires, topping up the gas, and away he goes. Pit lane 1 camera angles. See the race off pit road. You can see the NASCAR official at the very bottom of your screen has the green sign that says go. He will spin that sign around to the stop if the pace car is coming with the field. And you'll have to wait there until he tells you to go. That doesn't happen too often on Talladega because it's such a big track. It's really hard to get a penalty coming off pit road, doing an illegal exit off pit road on a track this huge. For shorter tracks, it definitely, you really do need to keep your eyes peeled and pay attention to either the flag man. In that situation, it's a guy actually standing out there with a flag or with a sign that says stop and go. Some of the newer tracks have modified that, removed that dude, and replaced him with an actual light stand. So it'll flash like strobe red. And then obviously when your exit is clear, it'll go green. You can roll off. Where am the pace car? Lights on the pace car remain in the flashing state, which means we will get at least one more lap. When he crosses the line, I'm hoping these lights go out and we can get back to green flag racing next time around. Currently entering the tri-oval. The tri-oval. I should learn to speak words. More cars going down. You can see there at the top right of your screen are headed down the pits to do some more fuel topping. Any chance you can get. Lights are on. Lights are off, so we would go in green next time around. I'd like to take this time to say, if you like Tarnation TV here on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, rip the thumb bell in the upward direction. Every Saturday we've been tasked to do the Shake and Bake Series season number 2. All 12 races exclusively here at Tarnation TV. So if you do want to see more races and you're not really following the Facebook, because we do have a Facebook page as well, all the links are below in the prescription. We share the links when they're ready to rock. But if you have the thumb bell rung on the YouTube machine, when the link goes up and the race is ready to rock, you will get a notification that, hey, Tarnation TV's broadcasting something. You probably want to watch it because it's the greatest thing on the planet Earth. But not really. For those of you who are watching, we thank you. Splash and Go graphics. You need templates to paint some cars? I'll guarantee you Splash and Go graphics made them. I would guarantee you right now that I bet you 99% of the templates on all these cars you see on this track right now were made by Splash and Go, because those are the ones I download for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series 2019 mod, which is what these cars are. Let's ride inside with Greg Palma as he gears up. With a rearview mirror full of cars. Greg Palmer currently leading the most laps with 9. This will be the 10th one he leads. And this will be the start of lap number 26. Greg Palmer bringing the field through the tri-oval to start lap number 27. These drivers will need to pit one more time. Everybody on the track right now will probably need to pit one more time, unless they are clutching a lot. A lot of these guys do use the clutch a lot to save the RPM and save that precious fuel. If you could do it for 47 laps, it does add up. You can gain an extra lap or two by the end of the thing. Roll around here mid-pack. Who haven't we focused on? There's Outlaw, fellow Canadian, currently rolling in 14th. Denny Carroll behind him. Almost called him Denny Hamlin. Not even close. Denny Carroll. Pat McCarskey in the 0 with the gold rims and the gold numbers. Always super cool. The black and the gold. With a few more laps under the belt here, Brandstetter in the 510 still holds that top speed around here at 199.8 miles per hour average. That's from line all the way around to the line again. It takes the average, so it's a few different timing traps around the tracks. Averages it out. Yesterday in the truck series, the one and only number 43 of Bob Dixon had an average lap speed of 201.9, I think. He almost had an average lap speed of 202 miles an hour. I don't even know how that's possible. Lap number 28, he was saying yesterday during the factoids, was just an anomaly. Everybody set the records on that lap. Because in the corners, you do slow down, usually to about 197 or so, but I mean, he would have been doing 198, 199 in the turns. Right there, Brandstetter down to 194. Wild race last night in the truck series with an average speed of 201. That's absolute madness. Trucks are always fun. The number 20 car of Randy Claflin, currently rolling in the 14th spot. Lap number 31 is about to begin. There's Tom Dixon and Dan Lovell in the 388. The Lovell family always out here together. And Dan, Greg. How many are here today? Greg, Brian, and Dan. All three of them showed up. Michael Sanders in the 191. Craig Hagley in the 82 behind him, starting up that bottom line. The 31 of Brad Otto is going to tuck up behind that 82 car. See if they can get that low line moving. Up front, running in straight line. Nobody wants to challenge them. Bob Dixon in the 4-3, but it's the 1-4-3 this evening. That's why we were saying before his paint scheme is a little bit different. Randy Wan, the 21. Gary Heiser looking good in the number 3. Larry Wyndham behind him. Outlaw in the 68. Mangialardi in the 029. That appears to be another game-created car. They have like an anime thing going on. Robert Breedlove in the 931. Brian Lovell in the 043. Ray Hewlett Jr., brother of Doug, in the 3. Ray driving the 333. That also looks like a game-generated car. They use that same ugly font. And Greg Level in the 088 hanging out in the back. They were having, it looked like he was having a little bit of issues early on in the race with connection problems, so. Oh, there's the pace car. He's just hanging out under the Sunoco sign. Brad Otto took to the pits at lap 32, going on 33. Pit speed is 55. He's okay. No penalties there. Gary Mingus coming off the pits as well. So we might be nearing fuel windows for some of these guys. A couple of early pit stops there. Those cars coming off pit road, Gary Mingus and Brad Otto, they will be able to make it to the end on fuel. With about a 19-20 lap fuel window, that should get them there. You saw Gary there, slingshot moving up to the wall, let the main pack go by. With average lap times of 37, let's see, 47. Well, let's just go. Jeffrey Elliott just broke the speed limit with a 47.6 second lap around here. And the yellow flag is out. The leader does not have yellow, therefore they will have to race all the way back around. Although positions are locked because we are not within 10 to go at this league. When it's 10 to go, it's raced back to the line, so they'll just kind of roll out of the throttle a little bit, settle down, give each other some space, and it'll take that pace car a while to catch them. As we rewind and see what happened back there on lap 34. In replay mode here now. Oh.
Jeffrey Elliott to the Tarnation TV.
Good evening.
Good evening again, Blaine. I have brought another fantastic driver and friend, Tom Dixon.
Mr. Dixon, how are you this evening?
Well, let's see here. I've lost my buttons. I'm hoping I'm mashing the right one to talk to you.
Yep, I got you.
All right, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, not much. We're just watching the replay of that yellow come out there. Outlaw almost got enough air under the car to get him up and over, but the flaps were holding him down.
Yeah, I'm a little trouble hearing you, Blaine.
Oh, really?
Can you hear me good, Tom?
I have the greatest mic ever.
All right, I'm turning mine up. I just turned you up.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying that Outlaw almost got airborne there, but the flaps did the job. He looks like he got a bad push from the 33. Yeah. You were right there, too, and luckily you were in front of it.
Yeah, I just missed it. Lucky me.
So what's the plan for the rest of the race? Do you have enough fuel to get this thing to the end?
Yeah, or do you need to... I'm having to pit now. I'll have plenty of fuel. My tires are good. I'm just gonna hang and just try to stay out of people's way. Try to make it clean.
So is it tough finding Bob Dixon out there today? Because it looks like he's in the 143, not the regular 43. I didn't know who that was when I was first looking at it. I was like, what? Oh, that's Bob. I guess he's in the wrong car somehow. Something must have happened before the race.
Yeah, I think somebody else has got a 43 car, so he has to use a 143, and that's the reason for that. But yeah, it's kind of hard to find him. But when I get behind him, I try to stick with him as best as I can.
Actually, I thought he's been ill all night, Blaine, not feeling well. I think he came in with the car he ran. Thursday night, 143, and he's just not feeling good. Is that right, Tom?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he's a trooper. He's hanging in there. He didn't even do the driver's meeting, but I did it for him. But any shout outs you like to say, Tom? I like to try to get another driver in here because this is going green pretty much, which is awesome. So any shout outs to any family and friends?
Yeah, shout out to Mama. She's in there watching this on TV, and she's tickled to death to watch that. I got some aunts and uncles that are watching.
That's awesome. Hi, Mama. If you hear me, I'm your stepson now.
There you go.
Frog hair. Go ahead.
Yes, I am fine as frog hair.
You know, Blaine, he sent me a fine as frog hair coffee mug for Christmas. Thanks again, Tom. That was awesome. Thank you very much. All righty. Well, listen, I'm going to pull him back up to the booth.
All right.
Thanks, Tom, for coming on down here, man. Good luck to the end of this thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm just trying to hang in there.
Looks like Tom Dix has got the whole entire family watching this evening, so thanks to those people, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into the broadcast if you are watching. The Marvel Studios Batman car.
Jeff Rayleigh to the Tarnation Tower, please.
Looks like we got Mr. Palmer in the 2-2 in the what was it, the Deuces?
It's the Deuces.
The Deuces. Oh man, now I gotta find you. I gotta find all these drivers. Every time Jeffrey brings a guy down, there we go, we found Palmer. It's easy. He's got the Hooters car. So obviously you got enough gas in that thing to get to the end. And you're right in the right spot there, up in the third spot.
Yeah, we're good to go here, Blaine.
Yep. Then you're gonna use the chrome horn, get some of these guys out of your way, win this thing, you're just gonna push.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for the last second to make my move. I'm going to shoot the two cars in front of me. Well, really the 55 in front of me, see what he's going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the 88 there. And all you guys are sharing similar orange colors on your cars, so I think you're in cahoots.
I take the fifth on that, Blaine.
Okay. Yep. We totally, we do not speak of that. It's all strategy. It's all super secretive, and the special dossier has been locked.
Yeah, more or less. You know how it goes. You know, you pick your friends and you run with them and stick with them throughout the whole race. And the last lap, it's when you leave them.
That's the thing. Yep. You help them, help you, and then leave them in the dust, hopefully, in the rearview mirror.
You know, Palmer, you've left me a bunch of times, but I forgave you, and I'm behind you, so I'm going to push you to this victory, young man.
I love you, man.
Only if you drive my Dick Insider car next time. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Big fan of that Jeff.
One. All right, well, any shout-outs, any hellos to the family, friends out there, Mr. Palmer?
Nobody's watching me, and they're missing a lot, but just want to thank you guys. Jeff, you run a great league here. Blaine, you call a great race. Love when you call a race.
Thank you.
And that's it, really. Thank Rodney Sullins for painting my car.
There you go. You know what? And Palmer, everybody I talk to, I talk to all these guys and many more. They find Blaine amazing. He just has a special way of doing this. It's different. It's fun. It's entertaining. That's why we're here. So thanks, Blaine, again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to pull us both back up there and get ready to go green. Let's finish this up, Palmer.
That's it, man. Good luck, Deuces, and hopefully probably talk to you again if you're on that podium.
Thanks, Blaine.
Greg Palmer in the Deuces Hooters. Currently rolling in the second row in position number 3 with Grant Wesley in front of him, and Ken Roberts in the 55 to his right, as well as Brad Otto in the 31. So that's your first 2 rows. So we are now, according to league rules, we are within 10 laps to the finish. Therefore, that means if yellow flag should come out again, these guys, the field is not frozen at the time of yellow. When it's within 10 to go, the field is frozen at the line. So everybody will race back to take that yellow to lock in their spot. So they will not be lifting the gas pedal here on out to the finish. We have no cars lap down. Yes, we do. That's a lie. We have Gary Mingus as a lap down. So that would add an extra... That would add an extra lap under yellow. Although he may be lucky dog, because we do the lucky dogs here. So Gary might actually get his lap back. Currently focused on the 56 of Jeffrey Elliott. As we go green to begin lap number 40 of 47, so 7 to go. And there's Chris Elliott, number 9 Doritos, another league administrator. So Grant Wesley, Ken Roberts, Greg Palmer, Brad Otto, Kelly Cossey, Nate Bolser, Jeffrey Elliott, Denny Carroll, Bobby Farrell, and Chris Elliott were your top 10 with 7 to go. Getting a little dicey here. Getting whiplash off TV1. Let's change it to TV2. Okay, here we go. Jeffrey Elliott on the bottom, making a run on Wesley. And Palmer. Farrell pushing him, Paglia behind him, and Denny Carroll in the 41. That's a good crew down there. This is going to get exciting coming to the end of this race. Oh, no cars. Oh, they're there. 3 wide going into turn number 3, coming around to turn number 4. Elliott's pulling that bottom line to the front. Jeffrey Elliott in the... Oh, no. That's happening behind Jeffrey Elliott. Race back to the line. We will go green again. That accident is what we like to call here at Talladega the big one. Let's see if I can get Jeff. Hey, Jeff, you got me on Whisper?
10-4, sir.
I'm going to say, don't worry about sending me anybody to the booth for that yellow. I'm just going to concentrate on the big one. That happened in your rear view.
10-4, sir. Appreciate it.
I got Jeffrey's in control of the team speak, so he's able to send me drivers. As you can see there's 5 cars. The other 29 have disappeared from view, so we're going to have to rewind this and take a look at that. Not what you want to see, especially because we were just talking to Greg Palma and the Deuces, and all we saw was smoke. See if I can get a good camera angle of it. Yeah, it was 3 wide. That wreck. Wow. That is massive. I don't even know what to do here. How do I get a look at that? That is every single car that was behind the first 4 or 5 guys. We've got cars flipping. We got guys in the grass. We got one dude over there at Starbucks in the grandstands. Somebody's down there in the infield. Okay, well, we're just going to sit in replay mode here for a little while. Kind of curious how it started because they're running 3 wide, which is not really a new thing to any of these guys, but they are so close together. coming to the end of this thing. We're going to get some helicopter cam action here and see exactly what happened. You see how close they are. Oh, it was Palmer. He slipped up. Greg Palmer in the 29. A little bit of a push to the wall. He tagged the wall. It forces the 9 to check up. And then that just domino effect. Every single car. I'm going to jump this around here, try to keep it in view. Every car. Outlaw almost got through it. And then just got demolished. He's upside down. Yeah. Wild wreck. Yeah, that is what they call the big one. That's what happens at Talladega sometimes. There's nothing you can do about it. Palmer's upside down. Spinning. Nate Balsier's upside down. There's just so much going on.
More interview before it goes green here.
No, it's all good, buddy. I'm still looking at the replay. Thanks. Everybody was involved in that, and we will definitely ride along with Greg Palmer because it looked like he was the one that unfortunately drifted up into the wall. Let's ride along with Palmer from the cockpit view and watch it happen at high speed. 200-mile-an-hour accident. Oh man, from the front row, when that happens up in the front like that, back live again. Nate Balser was forced to retire from that. He is the only one on scoring that is being shown as retired. Nate in the 79. Let's see then what happened to Nate here. The 079 caller of Nate Balser forced to retire after that instance. He got flung around a lot from that replay. Palmer got upside down for a little bit, but I think Nate got it way worse. I'm just going to back this up here and see if we can find Nate. Yeah, he retired after that. Let's just get cockpit cam of Nate. Wow, that's neat. Wait 1 second. It's amazing how fast these cars are going, super fast, and then they're all so close together. I'll put it in slow motion. This is not what you want to see if you're racing as Nate. You just see Palmer's 22 Hooters car go straight up in the air right here. And then you're like, oh, there goes the 22 up into the sky. So yeah, I'll put it back on the loud noises. Absolute carnage. This looks like a post-apocalyptic. Oh yeah, he's got black smoke coming out of that thing, so. And no roof number. And that's where he ended up pulling the pin on that one. So, Nate has retired. Jeffrey Elliott currently running in first place. We will go green, but not for very long. Oh, this is live. Let's put the replay off of there. So as you can see here, usually what happens is if you're in an odd position or an even position, odds are usually on the bottom. But as the race leader here at Talladega Nights, you do have lane choice. So Jeffrey Elliott has opted to switch to the high side and hopefully claim that middle line, which we were sort of talking about at the start. We were watching Roberts and Paglia and Wesley all run that middle line because it is the fastest line. So Jeffrey is going to want to hold that middle line, but you're also he has the possibility to be bullied away from that middle line because the 7 might claim it too. So big push there from Wesley. This is lap number 46, and apparently the yellow flag appears to be out still. So the yellow flag came back out again, but this is going to be a race to the win. It is race back. The yellow flag is out. Something happened off camera, but that doesn't matter. This will be for the race win. There comes the pace car. Jeffrey throwing some blocks. The 56 green, the ugliest car you ever did see in your life, with lots of help here from Grant Wesley in the 88. Farrell out of shape on the bottom. That is good. Wow. Okay. Congratulations to Jeffrey Elliott. You gonna pull over and wait for those guys, buddy? Wow, that was close. That was so close. And that is your race winner. At the last second, Farrell hit the apron and it upset the car. And it took out everybody again, except for Jeffrey Elliott. So he needs to come around and grab that checker, because this is lap number 47. The pace car is waiting for him. Don't get a penalty, Jeff. Oh, did Jeffrey pass the pace car? Jeffrey may have passed the pace car. I'm waiting for an update on the scoring. If he passed the pace car before the line, he might not actually win that race. This is why we say unofficial. Okay. Your winner, unofficially, is Jeffrey Elliott. We may have to go back and look at that replay, because if you pass the pace car under yellow, wouldn't that be something? There's the number 3 of Gary Heister, the second place car there on the left. You can see all smashed to pieces, but guess what? Second place. This would be about 170 or so points for Gary. The car might not look right. You can't read the numbers on the right side of the car, but Jeffrey Elliott on his way to burn this place to the ground. Congratulations to Jeffrey Elliott. According to the scoring, there is no black flag, so we should be okay, good to go. The winner of race number 3 and league owner, 56 Mountain Dew. He's got more in it. Oh, he's going to do the old wall tear. He's trying to get those rear wheels to spin. Wow, what an absolute crazy finish that was. All I can say is holy moly. And SNB for Shake and Bake. We're going to save that replay. And we will get the export saved as well. Your race winner, Jeffrey Elliott. 022217. Amazing. Amazing finish. A very wild last 10 or so laps there. The big one happened, and then it actually happened again. It actually happened twice. So I'm currently now just going to get some footage rolling up there for us so we can actually watch that win after I grab the unofficial standings from the race, which, you know, if you tuned in with 12 to go and then you tuned in with 1 to go, it's a completely different finish. So check out that scroll there I've got rolling across the screen. The drivers here at Talladega Nights were asked by league administration offices to send in their computer rooms, pictures of their computer setups, their sim rig setups. This is a simulator, so this would be your rig. As those roll on the screen, I'll boot up the game and we'll start taking a look at that win by Jeffrey Elliott. Most of the drivers have sent in the area in which they park their behinds, their tukuses, for an hour or two every Saturday night to compete in this race. And some guys, everybody's got such different setups. It's very good to see. My setup's in there too, of course, without a steering wheel on the desk. It's my broadcasting setup. A little bit more complicated than my racing setup.
Blaine, darling, Jeffrey to the tower with Bob Dixon Factoids.
Mr. Dixon, nice to have you. The factoids, if you please.
Yep, Blaine, here we go. For tonight's race, the top 5 fastest laps. In honorable mention was Denny Carroll. In 5th place was Michael Sanders. Michael did a 47.695 second lap. That's 200.776 mile per hour, lap 29. 4th place was Craig Hagley. Craig did a 47.689 second lap. That's 200.801 mile per hour on lap 29. And with the same identical time as Craig, number 3 was Outlaw. Outlaw did 47.689 second lap, 200.801. Excuse me, but on lap 32. Second place was Bill Evans. Bill did a 47.677 second lap. That's 200.852 mile per hour on lap 32. And the fastest lap of the night, and congrats, Jeff, to your win, was Jeffrey Elliott. Jeff did a 47.636 second lap. That's 201.025 mile per hour.
Thanks, buddy.
On lap 28.
Appreciate that.
And the most laps led was Greg Palmer with 19, Grant Wesley with 8, Jeffrey Elliott with 8, Ken Roberts 7, Bob Dixon 3, Michael Sanders 1, and Bill Evans 1. And that's your factoids of the night, buddy.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah,
Always
man.
awesome with the fast factoids. Another crazy fast lap of 201.
Yeah, Jeff did that.
Yeah, wow. What a wild finish that was.
Mountain Dew in the gas tank, Blaine and Bob. That's my secret.
Nice. Now we know. You're not supposed to give up your secrets live on the internet, man. Now everybody knows the secret.
You know, I think everybody that knows me and that I live on Mountain Dew. So they might have something to do with it. But hey, thanks, Bobby. Thanks for the factoids, man. It's always a pleasure. Blaine, anything you'd like to share with Bob before we send him back up to the room?
No, I was
Yep.
just kind of
Thank you.
I was looking for you at the start there, but I noticed you're in the 143, so I guess it's just a car glitch.
Yeah, I didn't get out far enough back to change it to 43. But appreciate you running the TV show tonight, Blaine. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Thanks for the opportunity. And thanks for the factoids, too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Anytime.
Any other
Good night.
shout outs, Mr. Dixon, to the wife, to the family, anybody?
No. Other than Tom and his wife Trey, they always watch the replay while we're racing online live. So, hello, Tracy Dixon.
That's awesome.
That's it.
All right, Bob Dixon. Thanks again, and thanks. Not because I won. It's the first race I won in a year and a half. So, thank you. Thanks for coming down and doing that for those factoids, man. There's a bomb.
Yeah, man.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna run you back upstairs.
I got it.
Just
All right,
checking
Blaine. Well,
checking
I
out
will,
some replays, man. This is wild. What a wild finish that was. Like the yellow came out before the green even flew, which turned it into a race back situation. So yeah, if I'm it looks like we got to go podium. So let's do. I guess we're looking for Outlaw.
Outlaw's in third.
That is the man.
Wow.
In third, yes.
Well, let me go find Mr. Outlaw. That is exciting. All right. I'm going to jump in my little jet. I'll be right back.
Right on. So as we take a look at the yellow here that brought the race back situation, looks like the back four or so cars, which then led these guys.
Well, we have the third place winner. Is that true? Is it Outlaw?
It is Outlaw, and he is
Outlaw
here.
is in the house. There you go, Blaine.
How's it going, Blaine?
Oh, man, not bad. What a wild finish. The last 10 laps of that thing were crazy. So looking at it here at the raceback situation, you're in 13th and you ended up coming in third. So you thread the needle through that mess.
Yeah, mess was not even the word for it. It was crazy out there.
Yeah, it looks like your car, I'm looking at it now in an instant replay, it was already smashed up pretty good coming to that final green flag, and then you're just able to get it through that wreck.
Yeah, I got tagged quite a bit throughout the race there, but stick with it and you can go places.
That's the thing, yeah. If you're patient and you can get it to the end, we're watching you on the replay right now. Somehow dance that thing through about 15 cars. Oh, we even got into Buckshot. He rolled right across the front of your car. That's wild, man.
It's tight in there.
That's one word for it, man. But hey, third place, congratulations. What a wild way to do it. That's
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. This is gonna be crazy replay. I got it saved.
I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to watch it myself. Not because I won. First, I'd like to say we got two Canadian boys in here right now. Good to talk. Hey, where are you at located there, Outlaw?
Sarnia, Ontario.
Yeah, he's in Sarnia and I'm in Kingston.
There you go. The Canadians.
And we just watched him bulldoze his way to third place. So that was a fantastic win, man, or a fantastic podium finish.
Great job, Outlaw. Any shout outs, buddy? How'd you do? Actually, we had a lot of long green runs, Blaine. This is probably one of our best races ever. We had really 2 long green flag runs. Outlaw, I seen you throughout the mix. What were you? Just hanging and just driving and just staying out of trouble, right?
Trying to stay out of trouble, yep. But trouble always finds me some reasons.
You were driving a green car, I believe.
Yeah, my regular car.
There you go. Well, I'll let Blaine finish up the third place podium here and move you back up. So, Blaine, any closing remarks? Any shout outs, Outlaw, to anybody, any family, anybody special?
No, just everyone listening. Thanks for watching.
Perfect.
Cool
That's what I was
beans.
going to ask about the shout out thing as well. But yeah, man, it's a fantastic finish to that thing, and right place, right time, and hopefully we'll see you back here next week in race number 4.
I will be here.
Right on. Thanks, man.
Who would have thought Jeffrey Elliott and Outlaw being at the podium? I never would think that. So, Outlaw, we got to party together someday. All right, man, I'm going to move you back up. Congratulations on third place, man. Good way to stick it out. Thanks for coming out to Talladega Nights. We're a happy family here. It starts off happy as heck, ends in a little frustration for people, but we keep coming back out here and doing this every week. So, thanks again.
Thanks, Jeff, and good win.
All right, brother. Thank you. All right, Barney. Well, I'm kind of flying back and forth to the tower in the car and shaking fans' hands right now. And who is our second place winner?
I'm pretty sure it's Gary Heiser.
Gary Heiser. Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm just confirming the replay here. And I believe I have the export. I'm actually watching the rerun. So, yeah, it was Gary Heiser, number 2.
Number 2. Let me jump out and go find this young man for you. Hang on, audience. I'll be right back.
So now we're watching Gary. He's the second place finish here tonight. And on the replay, hey, Gary, how you doing?
Doing all right, brother. How about yourself, man?
Oh, wow, man. What a finish. Like, we just were talking to Outlaw. We watched him bulldoze his way through that second big the second big one to claim third. And I'm watching you right now. Same thing. You've got cars upside down, spinning off your windshield, and you drive that thing through there and get second.
I don't know how it happened, but once the wreck started in front of me and I knew that I was going to get involved, I just laid in on the throttle and just stayed in on it and was hoping for the best that I would come out and do good. And when I saw it open up and I saw Jeff out ahead of me, I'm like, man, this might be a pretty good finish.
Oh, it was craziness. Because again, I'm just in the replay mode. If you watch the broadcast back, you'll see what I'm looking at. Bobby looks like he gets down on the apron, comes up, shoves that whole lane. The lane you're in gets completely obliterated. You're off the ground, all four wheels. You got cars flying over your car. And with all that bumping and knocking, somehow the headlights are facing forward and you're able to drive to the line and get second.
Yeah, I just held it flat on the floor and was hoping for the best, man. I mean, that was a bad case scenario right there because once I seen him get a little bit sideways and hit the apron, I knew he was going to shoot back up into the other lane. So I tried to lift a little bit, but about the time I lifted, it was all getting started, and I had no other option.
Yeah, you're almost, like you say with the lift, you know where he's going to go. You want to get around the other side of him. But then that puts you on the apron, and you would have been way out of shape too. So, yeah, I mean, I guess really whatever happened. It ended up being a good thing.
Yeah, if he could have stayed mostly straight, I could have probably took the lower line, maybe hit the apron and got around it. But when a car's completely sideways blocking two lanes, it's not going to be pretty.
No. Yeah, he was trying his damnedest to keep that thing down there, but it worked out in the end, man. Congratulations on the second place finish.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. It was some good racing tonight, man. I was just glad good Chevrolet had it in there to keep battling through.
Yep. Yeah, there was a lot of good racing, 2 great big accidents at the end, but make for some great stories. So, yeah, we'll see you back here next week for race number 4. You got any shout-outs you want to toss around?
I just shout out to Jeff and Chris and Bob for all they do, man, for putting this on. Thanks to you for broadcasting this, man. It's just awesome racing with these guys. It's a good time, and we greatly appreciate it.
Right on, man. Thank you for the kind words.
Hey, Mr. Heiser, I like to put a little bit of 2 cents in. Who would have thought Outlaw third? You finished in second. Of course, you guys are both great drivers. And I'm winning this thing. And you and me ran the first 22 laps in the back. Way back, off the pace, 9-10 seconds behind the group. And it pays off. You never know what's going to happen in these races. It's a crapshoot, like I always say, man. If you stay out of trouble for the majority of it, and then put yourself in the risk of getting wrecked out with just a few laps, 20, 30, it just gives you a better chance to finish the race. And congratulations on your second place. I saw you coming. I know I took the yellow, but I didn't know if I needed to keep going because I didn't want you to pass me. And I kept going until I got to that pace car at the last lap. But congratulations, man. Last night was a tough race for a lot of us, but you're a trooper out here, man. Glad to be your friend, and I'm glad you're racing with us, and thank you for coming out here.
Likewise, brother. Congratulations on your win. And yeah, if you go back and watch the replay, it was pretty epic save that I did, if I have to say so myself. But
it's all over the broadcast.
We were coming off of turn 2, and I got spun on the back stretch, but I didn't hit the wall. I downshifted and grabbed the gear whenever I was spinning around and took back off and was able to maintain a lot of my speed. And then you guys come up a couple laps later, picked me up. We got the caution and then got all back together again.
Well, you know what? I drive from outside Park Chase, so I see everything around me. When I saw the inside lane bolting to the right towards me, I don't know, Blaine, if you saw me shove my car dead right against the wall and barely missed the car nipping me.
Yeah, that gap was closing on you, and I saw you doing that Chastain maneuver, just dragging that wall because you needed every last centimeter out there.
Exactly. I felt that, and I got through it somehow. So thank the Lord. All right, Heiser, man, until next Monday or Friday night, we shall see you again. I'm sure we'll see you in the podium again and get you another victory as well. So I'm going to go find that first place guy. I don't know who he is yet, but we're going to go look for him.
Thanks, Gary. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. You gentlemen be blessed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You too. God bless you.
See you guys.
See ya. Well, now.
Well, let me find this guy. His name's Jeffrey Elliott, by any chance?
These replays are... It's such a game of inches, and we talk about it all the time. But when we were watching that, I was focused on you because you were in first. So I want to ask you why you chose to switch lanes. Why did you choose that high side?
Well, I was asking the top 6 who was in their position because I want to know who's going to be lined up behind me based on the restart. Bobby Farrell's great, but I'm like, if I take the outside, the 4th place guy, which is Grant Wesley, is going to be behind me. And we all know Grant Wesley is one of the best pushers in the world. Don't know if he'll lead me. I think he tried to get around me a little bit there. I kind of blocked, maybe not really blocked him, but he's the best. And then I saw the person behind him. So I lined up the 3 cars on both lanes, and I figured which one would be the strongest. And I don't know who would have won if the wreck didn't happen, but that was my strategy.
Right. And like you're saying too, as we're coming into the tri-oval, and that mess starts happening to your left, I'm trying to find a camera. I'm going to get your bumper cam here, actually.
And I don't see any of that. I can feel it and just see it from the very side of my car on far chase mode, as you know.
So you're actually in chase. You don't race on the roof?
No, I'm in far chase. So actually, I think, was it Bobby Farrell that started shooting, or Buckshot? Somebody in a reddish kind of car was jolting. I can hear things and jolting to the right. I'm like, this is like a storm coming. I just went to the right myself to the wall, and I believe I missed it. I mean, obviously I did, but
you missed it by a couple feet. Yeah, we're just looking at it here live on the replay, and it was crazy how close it was, because it was Farrell in the 7 that got a little bit of a bump in the corner from Cossie, and that sent him a little. It upset the car enough to put him onto the apron.
Well, you
know, and then
what?
when he came back up, he took that whole row out.
Sort of like Roberts did a few times last Shake and Bake. It happened 3 races in a row where the whole 14 people took everybody out, and 14, 15, 16 got to the podium. It's happened multiple times. You know, is that what kind of happened?
Pretty much every single car that was behind you. We're looking at it here from helicopter camera. Wesley got bumped, just missed you. Kazi got bumped, turned by Wesley, just missed you, and then you're all by yourself. Everybody behind you was in that accident. And I was curious too. You were racing back to the line to claim the win, and then you came around to get the pace car. I was wondering if you passed the pace car before the line, if that would have been a penalty and you would be disqualified.
Well, I hit it right about. Did I pass the pace car or did I hit the pace car? Because I didn't know if I took it. But I saw Heiser coming racing. Everybody's like, no, race back, race back, race back. So, and I saw Heiser racing back. So I just stayed on it kind of medium just to make sure I stayed it. And I slammed my brakes on.
Yeah, I was watching from the pace car, looking back, watching you coming. I said it, I'm like, he's not slowing down. I'm like, don't pass the pace car. You're going to lose the win. You're going to get disqualified for passing the pace car. But I believe you probably took the yellow and the white at the same time, I believe.
It was weird because you had half the people like race back, and then I thought I took the yellow when no, it went yellow right when we started, right? Or around the first corner.
I think so.
Then you raced back and I took the yellow, and then we had one more lap to go, didn't we?
Yeah, because the pace car would come out to collect you. They were getting to him now on the... Yeah, you definitely passed the pace car.
Wow.
Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, it's really close. Yeah, I think you're actually in front of the pace car when you're going over the line, getting the checker.
Was that the last lap of the race?
Yeah, the checkered flag is out. I can see the checkered flag is out. And you're actually over the line before the pace car.
Wow. Well,
so I don't know, man. Maybe you lost.
Maybe I lost. I don't know. I don't know what the ruling on that. I didn't get a black flag.
That's what I was waiting for. I gave it a minute, and my telemetry never brought up that you were getting a black flag. So I'm thinking it's okay.
Well,
but
if it's not, it's not. I just know I won this race. But if it gives me a black for some reason, or it didn't give me one, do you see it on your end?
No.
Okay, well, then I feel good because you would know. But yeah, man, I had this 56 Mountain Dew. As you see, I run in the back, and then once that first 20-something laps went, I went for it, man, and I got up to the front. I was really a good pits, and I think they were under yellow maybe. But did we have a green flag pits? No, we didn't.
I don't believe so. No.
But we had some good racing tonight. It was some long green flags. So congratulations to all you guys that came out tonight. What a blast! We had the best. Everybody's good out here, but we're all at a different level, and we have some really good talent out here tonight, along with some decent drivers like myself. And it's good to win one, and I'm very happy and proud.
So I pulled up the export on lap number 48, which is kind of impossible because I guess that means the race is over. But the 56 got a black flag for passing the pace car and is held for 1 second. That's what the export says. It's 1 second
on lap 48.
On lap 48.
Is that because I passed it when it did a burnout?
Yeah. See, I don't believe that would affect your finish because the yellow came out in the tri-oval and you would have grabbed the yellow at that line.
Right.
Racing all the way back around and passing the pace car by then, I would believe is irrelevant, but I don't know. It says it occurred on lap 48. Of 47, so I don't really understand that, but it does say you got a penalty for passing the pace car and are held for 1 second. So it was a stop and go, post-race stop and go.
1 second stop and go. Well, we'll leave that up to the administration office, which I'm in charge of, but I'm going to have to pass that down to my associates.
It's a neat one because the final export shows you in first, but then the penalty export at the bottom shows that you did get that penalty. But anyway.
That's weird.
That's why we always say, and we do it on Tarnation TV. I just drive it home. Results are unofficial.
Unofficial. You are right about that. Well, hopefully that does lap 48 is not part of 47 laps, but we'll let Robert and Bob and Chris and Greg and other people look at it and let them make that determination. But as for now, I'm the unofficial winner.
That's it. I think I would give it to you because you're taking the white to lock it in. But either way, as per request, all the drivers sent in their sim rig setups, their man caves, their gaming spots, and we're seeing them roll across the screen right now. So
that was rocking it with some music.
You know something? You're absolutely right. What am I thinking?
Audience, I'm all about the music. Playing is bad I won't say it, but he's awesome with the music. I love his style of broadcasting, and I hope he sticks with us as long as he can. And it's just so much fun. But I hope I did my audience proud, which is my family. Any shout outs? Well, nah, just whoever, Chris, Donnie, Scott, anybody out there might be rooting for Jeffrey. This one's for you. And it's hard to get to the front. I can tell you that.
And it was a wild finish, man. It's a lot of fun watching that replay, that's for sure. It's how you guys got from where you were to the front, even you having to squeeze that wall to avoid getting tagged.
Well, I was in the front. I mean, I was up there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but even Outlaw and Heiser being able to plow through that mess from where they were back in 13, 14, 15 spot and end up on the podium was just wild. A very, very, very entertaining finish to that thing and a big turnout.
Yeah, great turnout tonight, and put out a lot of flyers, as you want to say, over the last 2 days and last night's race. So a lot of work involved the last couple of days, and these guys are great, and I'm glad that hopefully they're having fun. Wrecks never are fun, but that's part of the Talladega Nights racing. Happens everywhere, and big ones happen. But we keep coming out here asking for more punishment, and obviously we like it. So.
that's it, and that's the thing. Like you say, well, how did Elliott, Heiser, and Outlaw finish on the podium? I'm like, you could run those numbers, and the answer will always be that's Talladega.
That's Talladega, baby.
Anything
well,
can happen.
I'll let you wrap this up, and thanks again for what you do for us. You work good. We work together. Actually, we do so much of this between you and me, and I'm glad we have a good relationship. And Donnie gets quickly on the website to get it updated for the drivers. And for all the drivers that didn't have a good turnout, man, I'm sorry. We all been there a million times, but we must we keep going, man. We out here to have fun, fellowship, talk a lot of crap before the race, and I'm glad we have that time together.
Yeah, it's you put on a good show, man. The league is awesome, so I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the opportunity, and congratulations on the win.
Well, thank you, sir. And you better give your wife a big hug. This is back-to-back nights away from her, so you got some some honey-do list to do.
Yeah, she's the best. She gets it.
All right, cool beans. Well, like I said to the drivers earlier, or last night's race, I'm once I find a woman, I might have to let somebody take over at least a Friday night so I can get out of here once in a while.
Yeah, or just don't do 3 different series every week. Just maybe cut her down to 1.
Exactly.
It's a lot of work.
Exactly. Man. It is a lot of work, and it's kept me busy. It's kept me for personal reasons. And hi to my ex. I will say hi to her. Blaine. Hello, Anne-Marie. But really more if you're watching. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Anyways, I'm out of here, Blaine. Thanks a lot for everything you do, and I'll let you wrap this bad boy up.
Right on, man. Have yourself a good evening.
Yeah, man. Have a great Sunday and chill out, do what you do. And I'm glad to see one of your Canadian fellow, what's his name? Jimmy?
Outlaw.
No,
I know what you're saying. Yeah. Every Canadian knows
Jimmy. You got a Jimmy Outlaw that comes in third place. There you go.
Outlaw probably knows Jimmy too.
Everybody knows Jimmy.
Yeah,
all
Jimmy
right,
from Canada, eh?
Good job to Outlaw. Good job to Gary Heiser. Great job. All right, Blaine. Over
Thanks,
and out.
man.
We'll see you soon.
Right on. We'll be here. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too. Thanks.
Jeffrey Elliott, league owner of Talladega Nights, administrator and winner of the race number 3, unofficially, according to the penalty readout. He actually was caught with a black flag for passing that pace car, but I'm not sure about that because the race should technically have been over the lap before. But hey, unofficial results. Everybody else is also in that mix. They will need to peel through that replay over the next couple of days. And if you join us here next week at Tarnation TV on YouTube, subscribe if you like. And the Facebook links and all the links are below in the description. We will update you next Saturday with the official results of today's event. Hope you had fun staring at all these things on screen here, all the drivers' gaming setups with their steering wheels. And also thank you to the music provided tonight by the NERVCAST. ReverbNation.com/NERVCAST, NERVCAST. They make some good music, so you're going to listen to it while we roll the end credit sequence. Does it roll behind the pictures? Oh, it'll roll in front of the pictures. We'll just let it go like that. It looks a little bit sloppy. Maybe I'll shut the pictures off. Where is it? Right there. Thanks for watching. This is Laugh. That's not Laugh with the Fakes. It's NERVCAST. They changed their name. Always remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. Have yourself some good mosh pitting and keep your stick on the ice.